In today's weekend news roundup, Queen Elizabeth II has transitioned at the age of 96. Local contractors recognize in the BVI's restoration efforts on the 5th anniversary of Irma. Former legislator Myron Walwyn calls for government intervention on fuel variation charges. High electricity costs directly related to record prices of oil and gas on the global market. 50 caregivers to become certified dementia practitioners this month as the Alzheimer's Association activities continue. And Liz Truss to become the next UK PM. She wins the party election and has been sworn in. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Yo, everything good there?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this thing like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome everybody. It's Saturday, September 10th, 2022. I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Saturday to each and every one of you. I trust you're having an amazing weekend. This is your weekly news roundup with the top stories of this week. On Thursday, September 8th, Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest serving leader, has died at the age of 96. Of course, this was confirmed on Thursday by Buckingham Palace. As a monarch, the Queen is automatically granted a publicly funded funeral. Of course, the details of that will become available, and Prince Charles is now the king. The majority of the territory's infrastructure has been restored by the hands of local contractors following the devastation suffered by the territory during the passage of Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Wheatley reflected on the territory's recovery process as he reminded residents of the resilience of the people on the 5th anniversary of the passage of Hurricane Irma in 2017.
With our limited resources, some help from neighbors and friends, and our strength that comes from our faith in God, we cleaned up the debris, restored vital infrastructure, and started rebuilding our homes and our lives. We have continued the recovery process over the past 5 years, despite the interruption of COVID, by delivering recovery projects financed by the CDB Recovery and Rehabilitation Loan and our own financial resources.
Premier Wheatley also highlighted the efforts of local contractors who aided in the rebuilding of the territory's infrastructure, thanks to policy that came into fruition within the Recovery and Development Agency. Now, in addition to that,
I'm very pleased that many of these recovery projects have been completed by Virgin Islands contractors who have done an outstanding job. With the support of the Recovery and Development Agency, under the leadership of Mr. Anthony McMaster, major roads such as Ballast Bay, Great Mountain and Little Dix Hill have been restored. We have also rebuilt government administration buildings on Anegada, Virgin Gorda, and Jos Van Dyke. Work on the Ralph T. O'Neill administration complex is ongoing, well managed and near completion. We have also restored several schools. The Elmer Stout High School redevelopment project is almost complete, and other school projects are at different stages of implementation. We have ensured that the needs of our future generations are secured. We have also repaired and upgraded recreational and community facilities, and the list goes on.
Meanwhile, Governor His Excellency John Ranking commended the territory for the level of recovery achieved in such a short space of time.
Recovering from that historic storm would have been challenging in any jurisdiction, but for an island nation with a comparatively small population to have arrived where we are today is truly commendable. At the same time, I'm keenly aware that there is still work to do to recover from Hurricane Irma. Some people are still suffering from the trauma of the storm, and some are still rebuilding homes and livelihoods.
Former legislator and attorney Myron Walwyn is calling for the government to intervene as it pertains to the variation of fuel charges in the Virgin Islands. Walwyn's comments were made via a Facebook post.
The issue of the fuel variation charge is one that needs immediate attention by the government. As a matter of fact, a proper plan to address and monitor this issue that we knew would have been a problem should have been in place a long time ago.
Walwyn suggested that government revenue would have been better allocated within this particular area.
In my humble opinion, it would have been a much better use of government revenue if the customs duty breaks that were given on food, luxury item and other things were directed to the fuel variation charge on the electrical bills. It would have been a much greater help to businesses and to households if this was done.
Concerns from residents across the territory has encouraged the BVI Electricity Corporation to come forward and speak to the growing situation as it pertains to fuel costs. The BVI Electricity Corporation has attributed the rising cost of electricity in the territory to external factors, particularly the effects of COVID-19 and the Russian invasion of Ukraine on the global oil market. General Manager of BVI Electricity Corporation, Mr. Leroy A.E. Abraham, spoke on the matter in a recent interview with 284 Media.
Coming out of the pandemic, energy is directly correlated to oil and gas. And ultimately, when the prices of those two commodities go up, ultimately it affects energy costs. So at this present time, coming out of the pandemic, that has unfortunately driven the cost of oil extremely high. And more recently, the geopolitical issues which are taking place in Europe between Russia and Ukraine, that has unfortunately spiraled or caused the effects of coming out of the pandemic and caused the cost of oil and gas to escalate to record figures that we haven't seen in well over 2 decades.
Abraham said that despite popular opinion of the situation in the Virgin Islands being out of hand, this is something that has unfolded regionally and globally, with countries being forced to adapt and electricity companies being forced to pass on some of the escalated costs to customers. Untimely, however, Deputy General Manager of BVI EC, Simone Penn, said that customers must be accountable for the autonomy they have to control energy consumption in their households.
Essentially, the customers are in control of their electricity consumption, and persons have to practice measures such that they can reduce their consumption within their homes so that they can likewise see a reduction on their electricity bill.
Customers are being encouraged to be aware of how electricity is being consumed in their homes and to take the necessary measures to mitigate the growing cost within their homes.
Persons may not know, but if you just turning off a television or appliance doesn't mean that it isn't consuming electricity. There's what is called idle load, where you will see like a timer on your microwave or a light on your TV, and that means that that appliance is still consuming electricity. So once you are aware of how the appliances in your home consume electricity, then you can employ mitigating measures to reduce your household consumption.
This month, the territory of the Virgin Islands is expected to welcome some 50 new certified dementia practitioners as the Virgin Islands Alzheimer's Association joins the globe in commemorating World Alzheimer's Month through the month of September. As told by founding director of the BVI Alzheimer's Association, Ms. Edna Williams, in a recent interview, the month will consist mainly of capacity building and awareness activities. Starting off in the week, Williams said the association is collaborating with the Rotary Club of Road Town to train a total of 50 new caregivers to join the territory's support system for Alzheimer's and dementia patients.
This week, we will be in the process of training 25 caregivers to become certified dementia practitioners. And this will continue next week with a second cohort of 25 individuals. So we will be training a total of 50 caregivers to be certified dementia practitioners. This is being done with the corporation and the grant of an international Rotary grant through the Rotary Club of Roadtown and ourselves.
Now, on the awareness side of things, Williams explained that the association will be joined by speakers from the United States who will share information on the treatment options for care partners of dementia patients.
The week of the 17th, we will have 2 guests arriving from the United States who have been care partners for their family member. One has utilized the non-pharmacological method of music to relate to his mother, who recently died at the age of 91. He was the care partner for her for 5 years. And he will be speaking both to our You Are Not Alone group, a closed group, on the 20th in the evening, and then a public discussion on the 22nd of September at the Methodist Church Hall at 10 a.m.
The main event, the annual Walk to End Alzheimer's, will take place on September 23rd.
On the 23rd begins our annual major activity, which is a walk to end Alzheimer's. Persons will be walking from the Noah Lloyd Park through the community, and this is an awareness walk. So it's at 4:45 in the evening. We, in a sense, will disrupt a little traffic. We want people to notice us and know what we are doing and what the walk is about. We are encouraging persons to attend that walk and also purchase our purple T-shirts, our annual purple T-shirts.
The walk is expected to culminate with a vigil to commemorate those who have passed or are currently experiencing dementia. Members of the public are asked to visit the VI Alzheimer's Association Facebook page for more information on the activities. Viewers, that is it for today's Saturday News Roundup. Be sure to, of course, follow us on 284media.com and, of course, like us on Facebook and Twitter as well as YouTube. We are available at 284media BVI. We thank you so much for joining us this entire weekend. Of course, we want to wish you a beautiful weekend. We trust that each and every one of you are safe and enjoying the weekend. I will see you on Monday, God's willing. To have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye-bye.
You value traditions. You value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch and yeah? You don't say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns. All right, babe, just get some